Greg, glad you're with us.
Lori, it's good to be here.
You know, we have talked about Colin Gray before. His son is accused in a school shooting in Georgia that killed 2 students and 2 teachers. He gave his son a gun, and now he's been convicted. Greg, explain the jury's decision on these charges, a mix of second-degree murder and involuntary manslaughter, and a lot of others as well, to the tune of 100 years behind bars. So let's talk about how the jury arrived at this.
Well, Lori, the trial of Colin Gray, the parent that gave a 13-year-old a AR-15 for Christmas, not only a gun, but shells, and ignored warning after warning from school officials, law enforcement, was convicted by a Georgia jury of second-degree homicide, 2 counts, voluntary homicide, 2 counts, and 24 other charges, and he's looking at over 100 years in jail, and it only took that jury a little under 2 hours to run the table against Colin Gray.
Why try the dad before the son?
Well, because there's much more with a juvenile. You have issues of transfer hearings, whether they'll be tried as an adult. You have issues on whether they could be rehabilitated. So a whole series of legal hoops and procedures that are unique to juveniles. But Lori, this is another case that sends a message throughout the country for parents that disregard warnings. And let's touch on some of the red flags in this case. The 13-year-old had a shrine in his bedroom to the Parkland City school shooter. He was exhibiting behavior at school that the school officials thought was threatening. But you even can see a body cam when law enforcement comes to the home to discuss the red flags and concerns with the homicidal ideation of 13-year-old Colt with a dad. And he sits there, shrugs his shoulder, and is nonchalant. Amazing.
So when police go to your door and say, hey, there are some red flags about your child and nothing is done, what could have been done under the law to protect not only those innocent victims, but this troubled kid?
First of all, don't give a 13-year-old a lethal assault weapon. Second of all, when you see a red flag, take the gun away. They can't differentiate between the reality, pseudo-reality of Call of Duty and what happens in real life. But, you know, it's amazing. Georgia has a very tough law that can bump up homicide when you give a child a gun. It's called threatening behavior toward children. Tennessee doesn't have it.
Yeah.
If you provide a gun to a juvenile and it's reasonably foreseeable that they're going to commit a felony, only a D felony, which carries 2 to 4 years. This individual got convicted of second-degree homicide, which is 10 to 30, but we need to be tougher on juveniles and guns.
All right, Greg, thank you so much.